Welcome back to News Geelong. Now, most of us have a soft spot for the sumptuous delicacies from the sea waters surrounding Geelong and districts. The seafood feast at Queenscliff is just around the corner, as Meryl Friend reports.
Good Friday, scrumptious seafood and the Larni Peninsula. What better combination do you need? And we're joined with Scott Talbot, who is the Volunteer Marketing Manager for Seafood Feast, and there's also the Seafood Show and the charity restaurant. Thanks for joining us, Scott.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the historic Queenscliff Pier.
Now, you've been working busily over the last year. The Seafood Feast has been happening over the last 10 years. How does that one run?
The Queenscliff Seafood Feast started 10 years ago as a picnic in the park and has evolved into now Australia's largest seafood festival, as recognised by the Federal Minister for Agriculture, AFMA, and everyone else in the industry. So it's very exciting. Over 10,000 people on the day coming down to taste fresh seafood donated by the fisheries industry.
Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. The mouth salivates just thinking of that seafood fest, the biggest in Australia. So make sure you get in quick. City of Greater Geelong Councillor and Chair of the COGG Major Events Committee, Bruce Harwood, made a special presentation to the worthwhile winner of the COGG Yellow Jersey, following Councillor Harwood's recent visit to Adelaide and the cycling Tour Down Under, as Hannah Gleeson reports.
And how did you find your time in Adelaide?
Adelaide was fantastic to actually see the event, see how it's run. It's a point-to-point race, whereas in Geelong the Worlds will be a circuit. So we'll actually see the riders many times as they go around, which is a fantastic thing for the spectators. And we got to see how they set up and how the media sets up, the interaction between the crowds and the cyclist, which the crowds love. So they love as much opportunity to get up close to the cyclists and get their autographs or a photograph with them, which I think the cyclists also enjoyed. So we learned a great deal in that regard.
Okay, so I'm standing here today with Councillor Bruce Harwood and Ashley Shea, the winner of the Yellow Jersey City of Greater Geelong competition. Now, Ashley, what made you enter the competition?
My dad's a big fan of cycling, so I thought he might win it for him so he can put it on his wall.
So it's all a surprise?
Yes, it is.
Oh, lovely. And your dad has no idea?
None at all.
And you were presented with the award today by Councillor Bruce Harwood. How are you today, Bruce?
Good, thank you. And it's great to hear how this jersey is going to be presented and the I guess the surprise factor it's going to have. And I think by the sound of what Ashley's been saying before, having a quick chat, that it's going to be much loved and a great surprise. So that's a good result for the competition.
Thank you, Hannah. Keep on peddling. Geelong Football Club player Matthew Stokes has been in the headlines recently. News Geelong spoke with Father Kevin Dillon regarding the support that the Geelong Football Club continues to give Matthew at a most difficult and challenging time in his life so far.
I was interested in making just a bit of a comment about was the number of reports, very understandably, of fellow players particularly, and the club in general, saying that they wish to support Matthew Stokes. Now, I don't have any difficulty with that as such, because it's really echoes a situation in which many of us find ourselves when someone that we know, someone that we care about, someone who is important to us runs into trouble in a personal situation through either a very poor choice or maybe through an addiction of some kind or other, or some act of stupidity, whatever it might happen to be. None of us, of course, are exempt from that. But the sort of situation that occurs, I have great sympathy for the footballers, particularly the fellow players of Matthew Stokes, because when they say they want to support him, they don't necessarily mean, and I'm sure they don't, that they would endorse as being correct anything that he may be charged with.
Road safety is a #1 priority to us here in Geelong. The application that is needed on a continued focus and challenge to the community regarding this need for a better life awareness is vital to its success, as Hannah Gleeson reports.
In an effort to reduce road trauma, Geelong Police have launched an initiative, a 5-month initiative to reduce speeding, road trauma and dangerous pedestrian behaviour.
We're all here today to promote our next 5-month police traffic enforcement program.
Great, and what does that involve?
Concentrated effort 5 months in regards to drink driving, speeding and pedestrian behaviour. A total commitment by the Geelong Traffic Management Unit in conjunction with members from the Geelong Police Service area. And we've also received assistance from the TAC for further enhancement funding. And the Geelong City Council have updated their road trail bikes in regards to assisting them in their programs and us in regards to our enforcement.
Perfect, so we're going to see a lot more police on our street.
Yeah, there will be. You'll see police on the street, a low tolerance in regards to speed, and it continued with the gatehouse operation where we do concentrate on known drink driving areas, and also a heavy concentration on pedestrian behaviour during the day in some areas in regards to normal, like Packington Street, High Street, into the commercial areas, but also at night in regards to the intoxicated pedestrians. We're also enforcing that.
What would you like to see from this?
Our biggest goal is a reduction in our serious injury road toll and across the board reduction in all other areas in our injury and collision rate.
Hannah Gleeson, News Geelong.
Thank you, Hannah, and to Senior Sergeant Shane Coles and his dedicated team. Keep up the great work. We hope that the Geelong and surrounding communities take heed of the sound advice. Artist impressions of the recently announced Breakwater Road Bridge project have been released by Vic Roads. Once completed, the $63 million road project will provide a welcome relief to drivers who are forced to detour around Breakwater Road during flooding. Vic Roads South Western Regional Director, Mr Robin Miles, said that the new bridge will provide a much-needed transport link in what is one of Geelong and Victoria's fastest growing areas. The project involves moving Breakwater Road 300 metres north of the existing road and linking it to Fellmongers Road and Tucker Street. Breakwater Road currently carries around 20,000 vehicles per day, and it is an important crossing of the Barwon River. Construction work is due to start in the middle of this year and expected to be completed by mid-2012. We'll go to a break here on News Geelong and return with Tim Michell in sport and Larni Salathiel with weather after this.